Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Angles of the Anunnaki 444. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I encourage everyone to read my legal disclaimer before continuing. I do offer readings. You can check my email, okay? If you want a reading, okay? Or if you want a T messages, you can find everything in my legal disclaimer on my main page, okay? Let's get into this energy. I'm not going to keep you all long. The overall energy is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So someone has overcome some sort of a lack, some sort of instability, some sort of fear of loss when it comes to material success, okay? This is a masculine that some of you may have been dealing with from your past. This is a masculine who is a leader, someone who may possibly be in a leadership role, okay? They're showing up in this energy as the Blue Heron, someone who is diplomatic, okay, used to making peace, all right, can create peace with their words, right? So there's someone, violence is the last resort, okay? And this masculine is thinking about renewing some sort of communication, all right, with the Queen of Cups, or maybe considering renewing some sort of communication, okay, with the Queen of Cups, who is a psychic visionary, someone who's compassionate and radiant, all right? This masculine sees you as someone with strong maternal instincts, okay? And this masculine also is like he wants to take this quantum leap. He knows that if this masculine knows that if he takes a maternal or some sort of leap, all right, in your direction, he's going to have success, right? He's going to have victory. He's going to have triumph because you are a master teacher, okay? Or you are someone, you're coming out in this centaur energy, okay? So I'm talking to someone, this is your current energy. You may be, all right, a Queen of Cups, a master teacher, a leader of some sort, right? But this masculine feels that if he renews some sort of communication, he's sure to have victory with you, okay? Because he sees you as someone who is, and I'm speaking, all right, from the perspective, this is what it's showing me, okay? You're showing up in this Knight of Cups energy, and this is his masculine, like, this masculine finds true joy in his purpose, and you are someone who finds true joy in your purpose, right? With the alpaca falling under the Knight of Cups, all right? So you're showing up as someone, you both are showing up as someone who is very passionate about your job, very passionate about your career, very passionate about your purpose, all right? You have a lot of stamina with the alpaca here, and you've taken your willpower back from someone that you used to, he realizes, or he recognized, Queen of Cups, that you've taken your power back from someone that you once had experienced joy or true romance with now. And this is why the Wheel of Fortune has turned in your favor. This is why you have blessings. This is why you have so much luck during different life cycles and major karmic events, all right? Is because you took your power back from this Knight of Cups, this dolphin spirit. And this is why you're no longer in lack, right? You're no longer penny pinching. You're not having forced to be frugal, okay? So being attached to this Knight of Cups, all right, this trickster energy, okay, could have been a masculine in your past, was blocking you, okay, from moving forward with the Chariot. And so now you can expect longevity when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, okay, when it comes to financial stability, or you just being able to endure, overcome, all right, and remain stable during the different life cycles that we experience here on Earth, okay, during different major karmic events. Right? You have the gifts, you have the ability, you have the talent, all right? And the agility, okay? The freedom to move around. So you're not someone who's going to be forced to work a 9 to 5, all right? So you may have competition, you may have opposition, you may have people, all right, who want to see you stuck, okay? Unable to expand, unable to grow, unable, all right, to receive. And that's coming to an end because you have, all right, a Minotaur. You have a spiritual protector here in the background, all right, who's taking care of this conflict, right? This is why you're being able to move forward here with the Chariot, okay? You have victory. You're going to be able to travel. You're going to be able, because you've restored balance, okay? Somehow, some way here, some sort of conflict that you are dealing with, or you may have been dealing with, has come to an end or is going to come to an end, right? Because whoever, and it could have been a King of Wands who was operating out of their ego, right? The solar energy. This is somebody who's been attacking your solar plexus, how the world sees you, okay? So it could have been through gossip, lies, slander, okay? Spell work, right? You may be someone who likes to solve problems, right? But you also understand you have a spiritual protector, right? I'm talking to a masculine, but I'm also talking to, all right, a Queen of Cups that this masculine wants to renew some sort of communication with or wants to take a leap of faith towards, okay? There's a King of Wands, okay, that is being caught up for lying, all right, who is being seen as a liar, okay? This could have been somebody from your past that you were dealing with, or this could have been one of the source. This is your Minotaur is handling this King of Wands, a Sagittarius, Aries, a Leo, okay, who may have spread lies or told lies about you. This person is currently in the Nine of Swords, okay, going through a Two of Pentacles because they attempted to juggle you, okay? They were juggling you, all right, and they were spreading lies. They were wearing a mask, right? The devil is in the details. This person is a weasel, right? This King of Wands. And now he's sitting in that Nine of Swords energy, being forced to face his shadow, okay? Being forced to go within on a spiritual journey. Yeah, he's in the dark night of the soul. Two of Pentacles, dark night of the soul, all right? This masculine may have even lost his home, or he's experiencing some sort of loneliness because whatever he said about you is being seen as untrue, okay? So yeah, your spiritual guardian is handling this King of Wands. Oh, wow, did y'all see that? Like, I just split the deck and there we go again, the truthful, okay? The truth, all right? You're attracting in a masculine, okay? This is somebody who is a diplomat, somebody who is a leader, somebody who is on your level, Queen of Cups, okay? And I feel like this, yeah, the reason why you're attracting this person in is because you've taken your willpower back from someone who was a trickster, okay? That's why you're no longer in this Four of Pentacles energy. And that's why the wheel favors you, okay, in this cycle, in this season, all right? Because you've handled some sort of conflict and you've restored balance, okay, with the Chariot. This person could have even caused conflict with your car, this King of Wands, all right? There could have been some sort of conflict or some sort of issue with your car, and it was because of this King of Wands that you were dealing with, all right? This was a trickster energy, okay? Yeah. You're attracting in an energy that is full of joy, full of light, laughter, okay? Someone's very intelligent, all right? This is also someone seeking to have a new experience, all right? New experiences, new friends. All right? The forgiver, okay? I forgive. Your affirmation is I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. So this could have been someone that, you know, you were once in communication with, okay, or that you were in telepathic communication with, and things just kind of went quiet between you two, right? This masculine may be asking for your forgiveness, okay? Or this is spirit asking you to forgive this masculine, okay? And to make peace, all right? Or this could be, you know, he may be asking for your forgiveness because he wants to make peace. He sees you as a positive omen, okay? He wants to be diplomatic at this time. This could be someone you had a child with, or like I said, this could just be somebody who have a shared interest, or you both share a mutual interest, okay? And listen to your intuition, okay? So we have listen to your intuition, Queen of Cups, all right? And also listen to your intuition, masculine, okay? I am tuned into the energy of those I care about. So this is a masculine that cares about you. Cares what happens to you, right? So this is, I'm getting friend energy, all right? Through circumstances or situations not of your own making or creation, you may have found yourself having to improvise, right? But here's the thing. Your affirmation is, I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. So You may have had to improvise at some point in your life, okay? But I see you taking some sort of quantum leap in a new direction, okay? And it's like the direction that you're going is towards the sun, and it's towards this master teacher, this centaur, someone with an untamed nature, right? This is how Queen of Cups that you're showing up to this masculine, right? This is the sun illuminating you. But you're someone who knows how to deal with unexpected situations and circumstances, right? This is future energy, right? Moving forward, this may be someone who wants to renew communication with you in the future, or who is considering or thinking about it. Initiate, okay? Yeah. So this person wants to initiate something with you. Now, mind you, this masculine, this friend he's a McDreamy, right? He's like that knight in shining armor that comes in, and he's when I think of McDreamy, I think of Grey's Anatomy with Meredith and McDreamy, the doctor, right? This person, it's like overcome resistance and do what must be done now, okay? So this masculine from your past, he may be a Knight of Cups, right? But this is a friend. This is someone, this is his energy, right? Like spiritually, this is his energy. This is how he shows up energetically, okay? To deal with conflict. So, whatever he has going on in his personal life is his business, right? Whoever he decides to share his bed with is his business. But this is like he's coming off as a friend, right? But it's like you all share the same purpose. You enjoy outsmarting, outwitting, outthinking, outfoxing, okay? The opposition, all right? Especially people in these secret organizations or these demonic covens and cults, okay? That do nefarious and messed up things to people, all right? For money, clout, and fame. Like, you might get a kick out of making people, exposing these people, all right? Making them show their hand, embarrassing them, right? Yeah. Or you like exposing people who are prejudiced, right? You like to root out the prejudice in people. This also is masculine, like I said, with the trickster, okay? So sometimes you are this masculine, can be in trickster energy, okay? And it's to root out these people who are prejudiced, rooted in prejudice, right? That's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. This is what you're attracting. You're summoning in this wheel of fortune, right? Long term. This is long-term fortune, long-term wealth, long-term stability, okay? The freedom to be able to move around and handle conflict as you are being guided to do, right? You're going to have the victory. Yeah, you're going to be becoming a benefactor, or you have a benefactor coming in, right? You're attracting in a benefactor, an investor, or this is your energy, right? So that you can be able to solve conflict. So you can be, the problem solver or the solution to people's problems, right? Yeah, be patient, okay? It's happening. Hold the vision. This is an emperor, okay? This is an emperor. You're attracting in an emperor. This is somebody who is independent, all right? This masculine is an emperor, okay? He is worthy of respect because he is respectful of all. He's showing up in his blue Huron energy, all right? This is like I said, this is a friend. And this has got this King of Wands. Yeah, this future energy, Queen of Cups, okay? Once again, be patient. And this fell out over the sun. You will have victory. You will have success. You will have triumph. All right. Continue to work in your purpose. Stay in your power. All right. Continue to move forward. You could be a life path 4, life path 8, life path 6. We have 6 here twice. Confirmation. Life path 7, life path 9, life path 5, life path 4 again. Okay. Life path 2. You could be born on the 16th. You can be born on the 13th, the 2nd, the 6th, the 24th, or the 22nd. You could be 22, 35, 24, 49, 41, 45. Joyful, okay? So whatever you're attracting in, whatever is coming in, it is sure to bring you joy, long-term stability, okay? Why? Because you're sovereign. You're getting the chair, you're getting the victory because you're moving forward. You're in this sovereign energy, meaning you have control over your autonomy, over your mind, over your body, over your spirit. This is why you are being given the victory, because you have restored balance in your yin and yang, masculine, feminine, light and darkness, okay? You are well balanced, all right? You are whole and you are complete, okay? You could be 43, life path 7, okay? This King of Wands, all right, this King of Wands, all right, he only wanted you for lust. He was only using you to satisfy his sexual. This person that was creating conflict, okay, for you. In the background, this is a masculine from your past, all right. This is somebody who was sitting in this lustful energy. This is this King of Wands. That's why he was spreading lies, right? Bottom of the deck, once again, prejudice is King of Wands, okay? Lies, spreading lies. All right, so it's like there's a masculine from your past, all right, that cares about you, and he's realizing that whatever this King of Wands did to you, okay, or said about you wasn't true, that this masculine was only interested in what was between your legs. He was only lusting after you, okay? He was the one lusting after you. Queen of Cups. Okay? This masculine is prejudice. Okay? This King of Wands is prejudice. He lied. And he's wearing a mask because he's prejudiced. This is how he's showing up. This King of Wands is showing up as someone who's lustful, full of lies, wearing a mask to hide his prejudice. Now he's worried because he's being forced. Now he's in a nightmare. Having to face his shadow side, being confronted. Yeah, this is a masculine who is a friend right here. This masculine up here, he's a friend. All right? Possibly with the potential to be a lover. Bottom of the deck, is that's the truth. Use your discernment. You're receiving the truth about a home as well, okay, that was hidden from you, kept from you, or stolen from you. Things are about to move into balance. For a feminine energy. This masculine is healing, all right? This is why you're being asked to forgive him, because this emperor, this masculine, okay, he's healing. He's sitting in this healing energy, okay? Receiving ancient wisdom about the future. receiving ancient wisdom from a Queen of Cups, okay, about the future. Or you are receiving, okay, ancient wisdom about the future from a Queen of Cups. A feminine. All right, this fell out over master teacher and the sun. Okay, so this is a feminine energy who is a master teacher. There's an emotional release, or there is a need, okay, for some sort of emotional release, either for this masculine energy or for this Queen of Cups. All right, but working in your purpose, okay, or identifying your purpose, or finally being able to step in your purpose, okay, is sure to bring some sort of emotional release, okay, true joy, okay. So being able to finally commit or finally receive that offer or that dream job, okay, it's like joy, okay. Or this is also someone that you know, you can work with this person, right? This is a person who's not afraid to get in touch with themselves as an individual, right? This is somebody who overcomes resistance, understands what must be done. Somebody could be crying over you, all right? Or this is just, like I said, this is you finally being able to move or step into your purpose. Yeah, there's some sort of perception, all right? Somebody is experiencing an emotional release because their perception is finally shifted, okay? They're finally seeing something clearly. They're finally gaining a new perspective, or their perception of black and white, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, and light and darkness is shifting. And they're finally finding joy, okay? They're finding the joy when it comes to being in this divine matrix, when it comes to this hero's journey, the spiritual awakening, right? Somebody, somebody had a certain perception of you, all right? And it's like something has shifted. Somebody was trying to figure out how are you able to overcome or have luck or blessings, or how are you so fortunate, right? It's because you're in alignment with your purpose. You're operating in your divine purpose. And when you are in alignment, you have divine favor. You have divine blessings. All right. So somebody has a new perception of what it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is also bringing someone a lot of joy, because now that they see something from a new set of eyes, okay, or from a new way of looking, okay, or seeing things, is like, holy crap. It's like some sort of conflict is coming to an end, right? Someone had a perception that you were using your sexual energy, okay, to solve conflict or to bring in some sort of victory. And now someone is realizing that that's not the truth, right? That you're sovereign. You're not sharing your sexual energy, all right? This is why you have the victory. This is why you get to move forward. You are not sharing your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is sovereign, right? And somebody is happy about that. That you're not out here, letting people steal, siphon, harvest, or, you're not letting people in between, getting your goodies, right? Because somebody sure was, someone had painted some sort of illusion, some sort of perception that you were, how you were getting your victory is, you was sharing your sexual energy, right? Or you were stealing people's sexual energy. Somebody's pulling on my cord right now. Use your discernment with this King of Wands, okay? Because this King of Wands, this person could be 32. Life path 5, he could be 51, life path 6, or life path 9. This King of Wands. Or he could fall between the ages of 32 and 51. But he's got an 18-year-old that he's worried about. He may have a teenager, okay? Or someone around, someone is like, he may have a teenager. This is why he's worried, because his lies are being exposed, all right? And there may be some sort of backlash where he fears losing his family, okay, over these lies. That's what I'm picking up on. Yeah. But now, okay, somebody is actually very joyful. Use your discernment. Somebody is actually very joyful, okay? That you, it's like this King of Wands, all right? Now that the truth is being revealed, okay? Somebody is like, it's like there's joy here now. Now it's time for you to experience joy. Now that these lies have been exposed, or this King of Wands have been exposed, now you can finally experience joy, right? This person is being forced to retreat now, okay? This King of Wands is being forced to retreat. Because now it's like he's being forced to retreat, because if he doesn't, he's going to be sitting in this 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles energy, right? Being forced to juggle, okay, and face the dark night of soul alone. Yeah. It's important that you ground your energy, masculine, moving forward, okay? This is a part of the ascension process. This helps with the transformation. You going from a caterpillar to a butterfly, okay? You are ascending. This is why you're being asked to forgive this masculine from your past, okay? Because he's going through ascension, and so are you, okay? This transformation, ground your energy, masculine. Ground your energy, Queen of Cups, all right? Listen to your intuition. This is also another way that you can connect to the divine. You can connect to your intuition, spending time out in nature, okay? This will help you with the transformation process, right? You've transformed because you was forced to improvise, right? For some of you, you could have experienced a death in your family. You could have lost someone, right? Or you put an ending to some sort of 9 of Cups energy from your past. All right, this is why you are finally free to move forward. This is why you're finally attracting in some sort of abundance, some sort of joy, some sort of relationship, okay? Because you've learned to forgive this person. You've moved on. You've forgiven this person, okay? This person that broke your heart, all right? Or that was trying to stay attached to you, okay? Somebody is happy to have your forgiveness as they have gained a new perception. Third eye activation, okay? So this masculine, this emperor, okay, from your past that is healing, his third eye is being activated at this time to give him clear vision, inner vision, all right? You may feel pressure, okay, your pineal gland, right? This third eye opening is to help you, all right, during diplomacy, okay? During peacemaking negotiations. You have the sun here, all right, over the future with this Queen of Cups. You're going to be receiving an abundance of downloads, regeneration, and success. You may want to wake up early and spend some time sun gazing right as the sun is coming up, when it's not as strong in the sky. And if you do sun gaze, use glasses if it's the middle of the day. So the best time is when the sun is first coming up and when it's just setting, okay? To receive the abundance. Ground your energy, okay, underneath the sun to receive these downloads, okay, in the future, moving forward. You're also going to be receiving an abundance of downloads. This is ancient wisdom, okay? This is the whole purpose of this. Let them know. Let them know, Batman, little bear, okay? So you're going to be receiving an abundance of ancient wisdom, all right, in the future, to deal with unexpected events or situations that may arise. Chucky Boo. Hey, sir. You bringing me my shorts? Okay, so this could be summertime because he's bringing me my green shorts. Boy, stop all that fussing. Little bear, come here. All right, so this is the summer. I'm getting some by summertime, right? So someone may be reaching out to you, Queen of Cups, by the summertime, but this is also what you're being encouraged to do, right? This is only a suggestion. All right, so this is also a way to renew communication with the Queen of Cups telepathically, okay? You can send communication via that way as well. You have the solar light upgrade taking place. Be patient. Your solar plexus chakra, your inner fire, your willpower, okay? So there's a masculine, okay, and a Queen of Cups is going through a transformation, all right? You're going through an upgrade. That's why this transformation is taking place or will be taking place in the future, okay? So be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process, all right? You're healing. We have memories of Atlantis. This energy, okay, your purpose, okay? You're going through a spiritual acceleration because you are needed in your purpose, okay? There is some sort of progress that you will be making, and it could be in regards to some sort of technology, some sort of invention, all right? But it has to do with your purpose, all right? Somebody may have tried, you had to close out a cycle with this Knight of Cups, this trickster energy, someone that you once found love with, someone you once found joy with, okay? Because there are memories of Atlantis that are surfacing at this time, all right, to help you move into your purpose, okay? You are a light worker. For some of you, you're a death doula, okay? I could be talking to someone who is we call them birth doulas or a death doula, okay? For some of you, all right? But you're being initiated into your purpose. Also, you know, you're healing, okay? Someone could have passed, or like you've just permanently walked away, or you've closed out a cycle, all right, with someone, all right? This is why you're attracting in this Wheel of Fortune. This is why you can finally focus on your purpose, finally make some sort of progress when it comes to your life purpose, okay? Spirit was just waiting for you to, you know, to move on from this person, okay? Or this situation. We have inner earth, base chakra. This is about stability, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune with longevity, okay? This talks about you building a solid foundation, security, right? Safety, strength, right? Laying a solid foundation, okay? So you're going to be making progress when it comes to your security, your safety, okay? And finances. Your purpose is going to bring in some sort of financial stability, okay? So that you can lay a solid foundation moving forward. Akashic Stargate, you are aligned with purpose, okay? You might find yourself at a crossroads. Understand there is no wrong path, okay? So you are sovereign, all right? Aligned with purpose. You're going to have many paths, many doors, many portals open up to you, right? Because you are someone who knows how to solve problems, right? You know how to deal with conflict. You're not operating out of ego. You're going to have the opportunity to become a benefactor, okay? Bottom of the deck is because you've tapped into your I am presence. You're going through a light body activation at this time, learning how to access the divine within. Yeah. All right. So some of you, you're going to be receiving Arcturian light codes. All right. This is an evolutionary download. So it's something you're going to get like a spiritual DNA upgrade. And this is, you're going to be recalling your power, all right, from this King of Wands, this lustful energy. Okay. So these Arcturian light codes are meant to help you evolve past this King of Wands. Also, this is a King of Wands who's in this lustful energy. All right. This person is being asked to do the same thing, right? Go outside and ground his energy. But this is more so you recalling your power, taking your power back, okay, from this King of Wands lustful energy, okay? So the Arcturians are helping you evolve. This is a karmic. This King of Wands is a karmic. Your ancestors said this is a karmic release, okay? So these